Welcome to Eureka Street Crypto. This is my anti-professional crypto channel. I'm just a barely sane dude who fell down the cryptocurrency rabbit hole. This channel is my fumbling attempt to communicate myself outside my own head about my journey in the crypto space. It is basically my brain dump. None of this is actual financial advice. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, and you can probably tell I did not wake up right when my alarm went off, and I went back to sleep. So, yep, it's Monday, and you're at Eureka Street Crypto, broadcasting live at 5:42 in the morning. I'm running late, so this is going to be a short one. So those of you that think that I ramble too much, well, you're in luck, because I got to make this a short one and get through it so I can get out the door and go to work. Oh, man. So anyway, yeah, this is my video blog, and I'm not sponsored by anybody, not shilling anything, and this is not financial advice. I think you heard all that stuff in the intro, so yeah. And let's get straight to the brass tacks, shall we? Here is the theme for the latest week. Right? Okay. Yep, so that's probably enough of this song before YouTube's gonna zap me on it. So yeah. So we'll just go ahead and close out, but you get the point. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. All right, so let's go over here to the old Coin Gecko, and let's see where we are today. So speaking of which, speaking of putting your hand up on my hip, let's see, we got Bitcoin still sitting around at 48,000. Okay, now my computer decides to reload the page. Okay, $48,933.81, and Ethereum is at 4,017. Let's see here, what else we have? Binance at 550.39. Tether's $1. Wow. Oh my God. Solana is 167.46. Cardano's $1.31. USDC is $1. XRP is 82 cents. Polkadot's 28.11. Terra is 59.16. The Doge, kicking it back up there. Actually, Doge Avalanche never made it above Doge, but Doge is at 16 cents. Avalanche 84.34. The Sheebs, some number well below zero. 0.0000 something like that, 3486. Crypto.com 57 cents. Binance stablecoin, the Polygon $1.95, and yeah. So okay, let's go on down here and take a quick look at this. Well, Sandbox is up 0.5%, down 2.5%. Decentralized is down 3.8% in the 24 hours. And let's see here, GALA, that has been shooting up this past week, and I just took notice of it yesterday, as up 12.9% in the past 7 days. So it's one of the few things that is up. And yesterday I kind of gandered and took a look at it to see what is going on with this GALA, and it's GALA Games, and it's a game company, and I didn't realize it was actually pretty big. Let me make sure my mic's on. Okay, because I've done whole episodes with my mic off, and anyway, yeah, it's pretty big. And they have partnered with Brave Browser, and yeah, you can buy the BAT token and Ethereum and GALA, tomato, however you want to say it, Solana, directly on their website. They have a bunch of different games that they have. They're all play to earn. Polygon ecosystem. I didn't know they were running on Polygon too. I was sitting there thinking it was only on Explorer and on their own blockchain, I guess, to handle some of the in-game type of transactions. See, that's what I'm kind of seeing is a lot of these gaming companies, and you know, Ethereum is a great blockchain for a lot of things, but it's probably not the best blockchain you want to use for live in-game action. So you'll probably want to use some kind of proprietary blockchain, a layer 2 solution, or something else for like in-game type of action. and then maybe have it settle on Ethereum or some kind of side chain or something. So anyway, let's go over here to the GALA Games website, and take a quick look. Okay, so yeah, where was I? I was up kind of late last night, and I went to bed at like 9, but I woke up at midnight answering Discord messages. So so I don't know where all this stuff is now. But all right. So if I can get this site to pull up. Oh, here's Gala Games also. So there's 2 different versions of it. Like a million tabs up here from everything I was researching last night. Oh no, that's Ohm. I aped into some Ohm yesterday. I aped into another sushi swap. I've been trying to take advantage of this dip while I can. So Gala Games. Let me pull this window out so you can see it better. Sorry for you people who are on the audio audience and just happen to listen to me fumble around with windows and tabs. Probably doesn't serve well for a great audio experience for you. But you know, I'm all about that customer. Let's see here. Okay, so get Gala. There are many ways to get Gala. Okay, that's the game. All right, so let me go back to the home page. And so Gala Games is a decentralized gaming system where anybody can run nodes in order to secure the network. So game nodes, they help to secure the Gala Games network, and anybody can participate if you have a mere right now $72,000 laying around to do one. So they're kind of expensive to run your own node, because at first I saw that, I was like, oh hell yeah, man, like I can jump on that. I like the idea of running nodes. But yeah, then I saw the cost of it is like 125,000 Gala tokens, and right now Gala tokens is running for about 55 cents, like a 10% discount than what it was a few days ago. So anyway, so there's a bunch of different games available in Gala Games, and Spider Tanks Land, Mirandus. Let's see here. And then my ETH. So yesterday I went and aped into some Gala tokens. I have not transferred them over to this wallet yet. I just bought them on Uniswap in my other wallet, so you don't see the balance here. And I guess I'm gonna start playing this Town Star, but yeah, there's all these items here. There's some really expensive items, but each game has their own currency, and then they can all change into Gala in order to bring your items from game to game. So it is kind of they're following this new what everybody's talking about, about NFTs being transferable from game to game. Of course, I see that happening right now. It's only able to be transferred from their games to another game and stuff like that, another one of their games. So let me find the graph for it. But Gala Games doesn't just have their games. They have several different game studios making games within their ecosystem. So it's not just one company and one studio making the games. It's a bunch of different studios making games within Gala Games. So let's take a look at their principles here. We believe blockchain should be invisible in our games. We use simple game mechanics that all players can enjoy, whether or not they consider themselves to be blockchain pros. And I think that's been kind of an issue of why the gamers don't really want to just jump on board in the blockchain space, and why there was so much pushback about Discord wanting to incorporate Ethereum, because Discord is traditionally game oriented. It was not built for DAOs, which is why there's a bunch of DAO governance programs and protocols coming out, and a bunch of DAO specific software coming out that's made to operate and run and build and create DAOs like DAO House and stuff like that, and Moloch and Aragon, and so the Colony. So all those are built specifically to build DAOs. Discord was not built for DAOs, even though many DAOs are on Discord. So when Discord, the CEO, decided he wanted to implement Ethereum into Discord, all the gamers freaked out. And they were like, why would they freak out? And I was listening to Bankless the other day, and it kind of gave me a little bit of a eureka moment, pardon the pun. And he said that gamers just want to zone out. They want to escape. They want to just play their game. They don't want to get in some serious financial thing, because whenever, like for instance, the show, even it's I haven't taken any sponsors. I haven't exactly been asked to be like some amazing. I haven't had any amazing sponsors come out and try to like support me, or anybody for that matter, really. But but if they did, I would have it. I would wrestle with the idea, because if you're doing something for fun, once you start getting paid for it, is it really that fun anymore? It's the whole idea of that you have to do something instead of you want to do something, and so that's kind of the concept, I think, that is translating here. A lot of gamers are playing games because they're fun, and not because they have to play games, but because they want to play games. And then the second that you start rolling in all these competitive people jumping in, playing for keeps and stuff like that, it's like some people in my neighborhood asked me to go play poker, right? And like, oh, okay, I'll play some card games just to hang out and stuff, but it's not really my thing. But they're like, oh, but it's like a $50 buy-in. I'm like, no, dude. Well, I'm not gonna go to some $50 poker buy-in with all these people who probably go there regularly every weekend, and sit around and here I am, this new dude jumping in the game. How you do, guys? Like and try to. It's not fun, So that's kind of, I think, maybe what some of these gamers are seeing is all these people into blockchain and into crypto are coming in, trying to turn their game into real money and like, take away the fun of it. And that was a great point brought up. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because at first you're like, why would they not want to develop the ecosystem? But, too much to the gamers' chagrin, it's inevitable. All this stuff is getting decentralized: social media, gaming, and everything else. So let's see here. Let's scroll down this webpage. Owned by players. Players get to truly own what they win in our games. If you earn or win a magical sword on the GALA game platform, it is yours. Your items and any inherited status is a verifiable asset on the blockchain you can trade to another person or play with in game. And then traditionally too, if you play a game on Steam or something like that, and you get all these crazy skins and these weapons and this gold and all this stuff, and then you finish the game, or you just get tired of the game, and if you've spent money on that game, you first of all, you've spent money through your time. Time is money. And then second of all, if you've spent actual money, like sometimes you get to a real rough spot, or you come against a real tough enemy and you're like, shoot, dude, I could sit here and plug away at this. Or if it's one of those time constraint games where, you have a certain amount of gold each day given to you and dropped to you in order to play, but then when you run out, you're done, but you're almost done with this level, and you're just like, you know what? It's $2.99. I can get just a little bit of gold just to eke my way through there. And that's what the companies are counting on. Companies like Zynga and stuff like that. That you'll be like, all right, dude, it's 99 cents. I can get that little bit of gold. I can get that $1.99 worth of gold. And then I see $4.99. Then I see $5.99. Can I get $9.99? We have $14.99. $99.99 sold. Right here you have the mega basket of gold and all the other accessories sold to you, the gamer, and that's how they get you, and they do, and they get people wrapped up. But what happens when you get tired of that game? Well, you gotta leave all that stuff behind, so you've spent a bunch of time and money, and then come month end, you're looking at your credit card bill and you see how many times that you have dropped that little $1.99 in there, and it adds up. So it's kind of like getting wasted the night before and then looking at your credit card bill from all the bar hopping you did, and you're just like, shit. You went to sleep alone, but you bought all those drinks for all those people. So yeah, that's kind of how it feels. So Players on the GALA games, players get to truly own what they win in our games. If you earn or win a magical sword on the GALA game platform, it is yours. Or if you buy one, right? Your items and any inherited status is a verifiable asset on the blockchain you can trade to another person or play with in game. So that's cool. You can. I don't know exactly how you would take it to another game that might not have that exact type of sword, but I guess you could sell it or put it on the market, and then get the GALA token, and then take those GALA tokens over to a new game, right? So community rules. We don't develop rules in a vacuum. We constantly engage and test assumptions with our Discord community. We build alongside a vocal community who shapes the direction of each game's design takes. So kind of like a DAO, a little less vertical than other games. So it sounds like they take a little community into a little more consideration. Powered by the people. Everything within the GALA Games network depends on the player-owned node ecosystem. The GALA network is supported by users just like you who operate GALA nodes from their home computers. More than 16,000 player-run nodes power our ecosystem. So look at this. Yeah, 16,000. So the decentralized GALA Games ecosystem aspires to blow the doors wide open and give players back the control they deserve. Through decentralization, players not only own their in-game items, but they have a voice in how the GALA Games roadmap develops. Players and node owners will be enlisted via distributed voting mechanisms to help determine what games should be added to the platform or what should be funded by the decentralized GALA Games ecosystem. So here's some news. Frank Miller is involved in this. Concept Art House and GALA Games for 30th anniversary Sin City NFT collectibles. And NFTs are spurring a digital land grab in video game worlds. In the Wall Street Journal, they were posted. GALA Games paves a path for blockchain games in a deal with Brave. And I thought that was interesting. GALA Games, a blockchain games startup that Zynga co-founder Eric Schiermeier helped create, cut a little noticed but very interesting promotional deal this week with Brave, the maker of privacy-focused Brave software web browser. And I love Brave browser. I'm using Brave browser right now. And they have their own token, and they cut. They don't cut the sponsor. They have sponsors, but they have your data that you sell. And you click on the ads and you get paid for it. So it's I don't know. I'm not gonna make this a Brave browser video, but you can go look for it yourself. It's not. It does give back, and you have more ownership and control over your data and information. So let's go down here. And then there's the CEO. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it was literally the next phase of the internet. Everything that touches ownership is going to be affected by what's happening here. Art and music and everything that has a digital life is going to be touched by this. Anything that you thought was digital, that you thought was owned but didn't really own, that's what's about to be revolutionized. So they've already sold a $3 million NFT. So 26,000 total NFTs sold. 1.3 million monthly active users. How did I not hear about this? I don't know. It just popped up and I saw it go crazy on Coin Gecko. But it's all relatively new here. It looks like really new. It looks like since November 15th. So let's go in here and let's take a look at the games. I had some articles pulled up about it too. But I got so busy. But let's take a look at some of these games here. Legacy is business sim, and by Toucans. 22 Cans is the developer. Last Expedition by developer Certain Affinity. I like space games. Echoes of Empire, Strategy 4X by Ion Games. Spider Tanks, PvP Brawler, and Brawler games are fun. It's by Game Media. Gamedia, Mirandus Fantasy RPG. RPG stands for role-playing game, and that's developed by GALA Games. Townstar Simulation by GALA Games. Fortified Tower Defense, and I guess this one's coming out. It's in development. So I guess you can interchange the GALA and buy and sell back and forth. I haven't been to their Discord yet. Let's go take a quick look at this node system. GALA nodes open up opportunities to receive rewards like GALA, limited edition NFTs, and the chance to help GALA Games ecosystem grow. Get a founder's node today. It's supported by users just like you who operate Gala nodes from their home computers. Users just like you. By buying a license to operate a Gala node, you open up opportunities to receive rewards for your contribution to the network. This can include Gala, limited edition NFTs, and opportunities to help the game ecosystem grow. Have any questions? All right, so here's you can get a node for Townstar right now. There are 24,436 nodes online. So let's see how much a node. I know I already talked about it for a second, but you know, for the low price of 100, wow, it's gone up by 10,000 Gala since last night. So for the low price of 134,320 Gala and 175. So if Gala is running at let's see here. Let me bust out my old calculadora and 134,320.175, and a Gala I think is running at 0.55, 55 cents. So it's a mere paltry $73,876 to run your own node. So, but when you go here to the store, let's take a look. Let me bust out some kombucha. All right. Okay, while this loads here, yeah, so you can buy little accessories for each different game in this store. Well, it's taking its time to load. Load. Wow, sold out. Wow, some of these items just yesterday were on the market. Now they're sold out. Startup deeds in these games, $5,482. Let's see here. 5482 Gala times 0.55. Wow, so a mere $3,015 to get some startup deeds for within that game. Townstar. And then here's Aurora's Edge Celestial Claim, 27,412 Gala. Aurora Edge's Celestial Claim Legendary in Echoes of Empire, 274,123 Gala. So it ain't cheap to jump into these games, it seems. So games like Axie Infinity too are not cheap. So I mean, maybe the human DAO can step in and try to recruit people and have investors buy this stuff, so people in underdeveloped nations can start to play and develop out these characters and make money, while the people who are investing in these items also make money. That's the purpose and premise behind Human DAO. So maybe they can come in and have Gala games join in there too. And I don't know. Anyway, so I mean, you kind of get the gist. I was thinking, well, how is this different from Upland and you know, the Wax NFT blockchain and stuff like that? I guess Upland, you can't really run an Upland node, you know, and it's on the Wax, and it uses the Wax NFT blockchain. So I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting, you know, for sure. So, and I aped in and I bought some of this stuff because it's all pretty new and there's some pretty big action going on with it. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with it. And then, okay, wow, man, I'm already going on 23 minutes and it's 6:04. Okay, real quickly, I saw a tweet by let me find my old tweeter here. Let's see here. I'm going to twitter.com and hit my bookmarks. It was Salvatore Dale. What's that dude's name? I met him a long time ago through BitClout, and he was, you know, he's real big on BitClout, and he's, you know, I think works for Kraken as well, but he's kind of an artistic dude, and I respect what he does and stuff like that. And he seems pretty nice. But remember BitClout from back in like March, and all the celebrities suddenly jumped on, and it just seemed like a flash in the pan, though. But it was like a, you know, a Web3 in a way, before Web3 was even really becoming a huge word. It was right at the beginning of the idea of Web3, but it's a new blockchain that was created with social media in mind. And let's see here. Let me go to my bookmarks. And all right. with social media in mind, and BitClout kind of created it. It's like each person who created profiles on the BitClout page were given, anybody that followed you would raise your status and increase the value of your token. So anyway, Sal del Palme, yeah, that's what he calls himself on Twitter. So people should be paying more attention to DESO. It's a custom blockchain that is by far the best for the social network niche. And I was like, oh, okay. So he's, I didn't know what happened to BitClout. So now he's following DESO and he's posting this. It makes sense. The guy seems really into like scaling up social media. So I went and clicked on it, and it brought me to the DESO Twitter page and the DESO page. And so we'll take a quick little gander at it. There is the DESO Twitter page, the Decentralized Social Blockchain official account of the DESO Foundation. So he was really into BitClout, and then now pops up DESO, and I'm like, huh. So I realized there's issues with scaling up blockchains for social media that have traditionally been made to scale for, let's see here, that have been made to scale for finance. What's up, Den Mushi? He says, Eureka John gets sponsored by Ethereum hating gamers. If my bar hopping receipt was an NFT, it'd be a depressing NFT. Yep. So, man, we've all kind of been there. Those days are behind me now with kids and life in the suburbs. But, I've had my rowdy days all over 6th Street and all up and down Austin. So, all right. So welcome to DESO, the Decentralized Social Blockchain. DESO is a new Layer 1 blockchain built from the ground up to scale decentralized social applications to 1 billion users. 100,000 plus node downloads, 1.4 billion total transaction volume, average cost per post, 0.000017. It sounds like Shiba Inu. Existing blockchains can't scale social apps. Social applications generate a lot of data, and existing blockchains are not equipped to store and index it. DESO unlocks the next frontier for blockchain. DESO was built from the ground up to scale one of the biggest untapped markets for blockchain social media. 100% open source and 100% open chain data. 100% of all the code and data are totally open, and all content is stored directly on chain. A Diamond, a Twitter-like app built on the DESO blockchain. They have all these dApps built on it. So Polygram, a DESO NFT marketplace. Prosper Clout, analytics and creator intelligence on the DESO blockchain. Clout Visa, and then I started seeing Clout everywhere, and I was just like, what? And then I saw this logo, Clout Feed, mobile app for DESO, and I was like, okay, man, all this stuff is starting to look like BitClout. And then I was reading their information and their docs. And then I saw a screen grab that looked exactly like BitClout, and I was like, "This has got to be BitClout," And then it is. It's a rebranded BitClout. So, yeah, it looks like the old Diamond Hands, the Anon from BitClout, decided to come out and become unanonymous. And so BitClout rebrands. So let's go take an old gander at this. And I was wondering where you went, BitClout. I knew it's kind of a flash in the pan. The thing is BitClout takes Bitcoin to buy the BitClout token. And I don't think anybody wants to spend their Bitcoin, especially on some experimental social media blockchain. And that's what the founder claims that BitClout was just an experiment on the DESO blockchain. So they were trying it out, and it ended up catching on. So howdy there, friends. Can we still call you all clouters, since many of us are likely still hanging around on BitClout.com? Keep rolling with it. And for those of you who are new here, or maybe just hearing about DESO, BitClout for the first time today, welcome. We're glad you're here. Let's see here. The brand and restructure. To be honest, when Diamond Heads said there was something big coming this week, we underestimated him. Our mistake. We won't do it again. In retrospect, it was inevitable. Things will never be the same. All right, so, okay. Earlier today, BitClout changed forever. In case you missed it, the BitClout blockchain will henceforth be known as DESO, short for Decentralized Social Media. To kick things off, our fearless leader at Diamond Hands got the party going with the good old-fashioned clout storm. And all these images. This is like 1996 internet here, like loading these images. So, Let's see. As part of the deso.org launch and his Clout Storm announcing the launch, at Diamond Hands had his own coming out party, officially revealing his identity as Nader Al-Naji, just Nader or Nader on BitClout.com. Is it Nader or Nader? So however you want to say it. After this tear-jerking torch passing farewell on BitClout.com, Nader took to Twitter a bit later in the morning to spread the good word to the general public. And let's see here. There's some things I highlighted. Maybe this isn't the page, but right now every single page in my browser is low-adding. So there's an article on Decrypt that I will link as well in the description. And I went in their docs and I highlighted a bunch of stuff as well. They have an entire textbook worth of docs. Man, I'm at 30 minutes for this show. I got to get done, but there's always so much stuff I want to talk about. BitClout founder reveals DESO to 200 million DESO 200 million blockchain to take on Facebook. Well, now that Facebook is Meta, this was back in September before Facebook was Meta. Now that Facebook has become Meta, is BitClout or is DESO going to be competing with Facebook anymore? So a figure known as Diamond Hands jolted the tech and crypto worlds this spring by rolling out BitClout, a new type of social network that includes tokens whose value is determined by users' popularity. The site attracted a flurry of media attention and no shortage of criticism since BitClout had added people's profiles without their permission. So people were calling BitClout a scam too for a while, and I think that kind of became an issue. On Tuesday, the nature of BitClout became clear, and this was back in September, as Diamond Hands revealed his identity and what exactly he is doing. As many, including Decrypt, well knew, Diamond Hands is Nader Al-Naji, a former Google engineer for creating Basis, a stablecoin project that raised $130 million in 2018, only to pull the plug months later amid regulatory concerns. Now Al-Naji has returned to the public eye to promote BitClout and DESO, a new blockchain built from BitClout's underlying technology that claims to host over 100 other apps as part of the plan to challenge Facebook and other centralized social media networks. With DESO, we make it so that social network data is available to anyone, said Al-Naji in an interview with Decrypt. What that means in practice is that DESO is making a person's social media profile and their web of friends and connections, known as a social graph, available to developers to build networks of their own. Anything from a community of sports enthusiasts to political forums. The profiles on the site include the value of the tokens tied to a given user and look like this. So the social graph is like one of the big buzzwords right now, and what people are trying to base credit and reputation and ID systems on right now. As of now, I don't think that Twitter gives away your social graph for people to be able to use, but people are still farming your social network connections and stuff like that to build you an online reputation for things like uncollateralized or low collateralized loans. So let's see here. The launch of the blockchain-based social network is ambitious. So let's see here about DESO, to build an open-sourced alternative to these centralized systems. Okay, so DESO, sorry. Let me read back up here. Currently, the most valuable tokens on the site are tied to Tesla's CEO and crypto enthusiast Elon Musk, who has yet to claim his profile. DESO, which is short for decentralized social, is one of the most ambitious challenges to Facebook, whose hold over data has let it build a powerful advertising machine and create a quasi-monopoly that includes its subsidiaries Instagram and WhatsApp. DESO aims to solve these problems and introduce a new model for content distribution by decentralizing social media the same way Bitcoin and Ethereum are decentralizing the traditional financial system. So yeah, but you know, the thing is Bitcoin's anonymous, so I don't know. In its quest to build an open source alternative, Al-Naji and DESO have raised over $200 million from a who's who of Silicon Valley and crypto investors, including Sequoia, Andreessen Horowitz, Coinbase Ventures, Winklevoss Capital, Pantera Capital, Polychain Capital, and Reddit founder Alexis Ohanian. The launch of the blockchain-based social network is ambitious, but also highly risky. Not at last due to the way Al-Naji, aka Diamond Hands, whose photo is below, first unveiled BitClout last spring. At the time, the project raised howls of protest from those who discovered BitClout had copied their Twitter profile without their permission, and they had to pay around $60 in Bitcoin to gain control of the profile and the tokens associated with it. It's kind of shady behavior there. Many also became suspicious over Al-Naji's decision to launch it under the pseudonym of Diamond Hands, crypto slang for anyone who holds fast to an investment in a turbulent market. BitClout responded to the controversy by allowing users to take down their profile if they did not wish to participate. According to Al, so somebody would have to be proactive and take down their profile and basically pay $60 in worth of Bitcoin in order to take down their profile if they didn't want to participate. So yeah, I don't know, but that was BitClout. So now, this is DESO, and it's a new launch, and it's basically the launch of the Bitcoin of the blockchain that BitClout was based on as an experiment. So they're saying it's different this time. So now Al-Naji says both BitClout and the underlying DESO blockchain are ready for anyone to use. Other applications on the blockchain beside BitClout include Pulse, which describes itself as Bloomberg for BitClout, and Flick, a BitClout client created by the founder of betting app FanDuel. It remains to be seen how many people will leave the familiar world of Facebook to join decentralized social networks that have little in the way of moderation or oversight. And I was looking at some of the docs over here about DESO, and I mean, they have it's a really good explanations for a lot of the issues, and they are explaining a lot of the problem with these current Web 2.0 social media networks. And I had a bunch of highlights, and it doesn't look like it's going to say here and then bring up the. Today's social media is even more centralized than the financial industry was prior to the creation of Bitcoin. A handful of private companies effectively control public discourse and earn monopoly profits off of content they don't even create. Meanwhile, the creators who actually produce this content are underpaid, underengaged, and undermonetized. Thanks to an outdated ads-driven business model. In addition to all of this, the ads-driven business model also forces social media companies to keep a walled garden around content on their platform, preventing external developers from innovating or building apps on top of it, and giving users and creators no choice but to continue using apps that they solely control. So it's like, there we go. Yeah, there's my highlights. So it's just this kind of repeating circle going on here that you can't really get out of. DESO represents more than 2-year effort to create a blockchain capable of decentralizing the social media category, and we believe it presents the first clear path to solving the existing problems that plague social media today. So yeah, while much research has been dedicated to scaling decentralized finance or DeFi applications, relatively little has been invested in building blockchains that can scale social media applications. Even though the latter category, social media, is arguably just as large, if not larger, and holds as much promise for value creation. Moreover, while several general purpose blockchains tout their ability to scale to tens of thousands of transactions per second, scaling up posts per second is a very different problem, and none of these blockchains is currently equipped to handle storage and indexing requirements of social media applications at scale. The infrastructure that powers a New York Stock Exchange today is vastly different from that which powers Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. They have completely different architectures tailored to support their respective applications at a massive scale. And I think there's some really good points there for DESO. Regardless of all the BitClout stuff, it sounds like that they want to put their BitClout stuff behind them, and they want to move forward with promoting this blockchain with all these other different apps on it, this blockchain that is focused specifically on social media. So right now they say we're stuck in a loop. We have to use these companies' apps because they have a monopoly on the content, like Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. And because of this, and YouTube, creators are forced into continuing to give up their content to them in order to get reach, in a vicious cycle that continues to empower these companies at the expense of creators and society as a whole. Honestly, as somebody who creates content and videos and stuff like that for for YouTube and BitChute and Odyssey, and I could create them for float.app too. YouTube does bring me the largest audience. I was putting it on Theta, and I was growing a pretty decent audience on Theta, but I've grown it really quickly on YouTube, and it's convenience. Again, like I say, convenience is the bane of all people's existence, and it is the killer. It will enslave you. You have to work double and triple and quadruple hard for even the same or even less of an effect on all these other new decentralized platforms that are out there for social media. So yeah, these companies have managed to create a global network effect around the private pool of content they solely monopolize. Therefore, the centralization of content seems unavoidable. There's value in combining all the content into a single pool since it allows curation for a global scale, but whoever we put in charge of maintaining the pool is ultimately going to become a centralized gatekeeper like we have today. A solution would arise if we had a way to shift the network effect to a public pool of content that no individual entity controls. But can it be done? So they're proposing that they can do it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, who's using DESO and who was really using BitClout? It started to catch on real quick, but then the whole, them taking people's Twitter profiles did not sit well with a lot of people, and it kind of just faded away for a little while. So yeah. Bitcoin and Ethereum have shown the dominant platforms can be built around open code and open data rather than around private companies that monopolize their data and benefit shareholders at the expense of everyone else. Bitcoin and Ethereum don't have the moats to protect. In fact, the more open they are and the more people that build on top of them, the more value accrues to Bitcoin and Ethereum holders. This open model for software is already disrupting financial institutions all over the world, from banks to exchanges, and we think for the first time, this model can be extended to disrupt the social media giants and their outdated ads-driven business models. Yes, it sounds great. I'm 100% for anything that wants to take down the centralized social media giants out there. I hope this works out for them. Am I going to be buying the DESO token? I did open up my BitClout profile the other day. I hadn't opened it in several months. It's still there, BitClout's still there, but it appears now that several other platforms are there now as well. So they have a bunch of different apps. So with DESO being the foundational blockchain and getting the $200 million support to be able to build it out. So we'll see. Anyway, that being said, I've rambled on too long. I got to get out the door. It's 6:22 a.m. By the time I get all this stuff uploaded and out the door, I'll be late. So I haven't even taken a shower yet today. All right. I will talk to you guys. I'm sorry for the DESO people if I did not represent your project well. I'm not really out to try to really represent any project. I'm just kind of skimming through the web pages and just talking about new things I discover. I'm not trying to make videos covering in depth about any of these projects. But at least I can try to, make people aware of what's going on here. So take a look for yourself. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about this. It doesn't sound like it sounds like they're trying to move past BitClout here and move on to something new and start over again. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Supported by the DESO Foundation, supported by nonprofit DESO Foundation, whose broad mission is to support the decentralization of social media. The foundation is led by crypto veteran Nader Al-Naji with a $200 million treasury to support its mission. Like I said at the very beginning, the dude that posted all about DESO, he usually posts some pretty good stuff, and he's a very independent, creative, artistic thinker, and I respect what he posts. So, I'm gonna keep my rose-colored glasses on for this one for a while and see what happens. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys later, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye. Thank you for making it to the end of this program. If you actually like this content, give a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more, just hit the subscribe button. I'm available on YouTube, Odyssey, and BitChute, and on all the major podcasting platforms in audio version. Spotify specifically. If you would like to follow and leave a review, that would help a lot. I am also available on Twitter at EurekaJohn1. That's EUREKA John, JOHN, and the number 1. My DMs are always open. Feel free to shoot me a message. Thanks again.